I don't know what to tell you guys. Just poor, all the way around. Nothing we tried worked. We were out of the starting blocks. We were already down. Made some bad plays. Couldn't execute, and couldn't get the W. I mean, it wasn't the scoreboard. It doesn't do this game justice. We got shit on pretty bad, and it just sucks. We had to be a part of that. It sucks for my guys to be a part of that, but they fought. They did their best, and I can't say enough about the effort they put out. But we just it starts from the top. It starts from right here. It just trickles the way down, and I couldn't get it done for them. Hopefully we can bounce back better next week. But I'll as always, I'll take some questions, and they'll be in the description below. This one's from Eric Miller. Ampharos stormed into the locker room after the match, cursing up a storm, frustrated by his poor performance. What did you say to him after the match? Well, he's got a lot of energy. He's got a lot of dedication, a lot of heart to this team. And yes, I just told him, listen, man. We got 8 weeks left. It's a long season. I know you can do. I know you have the potential. I know you have the ability. You're just gonna have to go out there, and you're gonna have to, you have to do your best. And I know the time will come when you'll get the results you're looking for. But this week just wasn't our week. So this is from Pat Plays Games. After this week's loss, do you feel you need to change up your strategy with maybe a trade, or is this just a bump in the road to victory? It's too early for a trade. I believe in my guys. They believe in me, and if I start changing things up now just because of one bad loss after a win, what does that say about me and my coaching, and what does that say about their ability? Everyone's entitled to a bad game. We just got to hope we go out there next week, put in the work, and hopefully we get the results we're looking for. But no, we'll be all right. But we just gotta get over this. It still stings. I know it's a couple days later, but it still stings a little bit. But we'll get there. Klefke's still up there in the leaderboards if we're looking at that stuff right now. But we're not. We're 1-1, so we have won a game. We got that win under our belt. So the worst we can do is go 1-9. But we'll have that one win. So hopefully next week a little better. But I think it's just a little bump in the road. We're not worried about it. So it's from Hi, I'm a Jerk. Nice. Coach Mag, do you have any comments for the supporters who think that the mega position should be given to someone more deserving? And also, critics claim that it's time to put an end to Klefke's cheap tactics and play support like a real player would. What do you have to say about that? Now, I believe in Mega Ampharos. I definitely believe in what he can do, what he can bring to this team, and I know for a damn fact, that he's going to go out there next week and bust his ass and give all that he can. And there's no way. There's nobody more deserving right now. He's going to go out there, and he's going to do everything he can to win. And if you can't respect that, then you might as well get the fuck out of this press conference right now. Because if you don't understand what he can do and what he can bring to this table and what he can do for this team, then you obviously don't have any business writing anything bad about him. I don't want to hear any more shit about the mega position right now. Okay, that position's been filled, and I'm not looking for any replacements. As for Klefke, cheap tactics, I'm concerned about getting the W, okay? I don't care if I have every other opposing stadium throwing their shit at me, booing me, if it means it gives us a better chance to win. I don't care who hates me in this, okay? We're going out there, we're trying to get the W, okay? That's what we're trying to do. Bill Belichick, guess what? He gets shit all the time, but he's still known as one of the best coaches in football, okay? I know this isn't football. I know I'm definitely not Bill Belichick. What I'm trying to say is there's no cheap tactics when you're trying to get a W. Is there a rule against it? No. Then we're gonna do it, and we're gonna employ it, and hopefully help us get the win. This is from Zozen. How are you gonna use Malamar in the future? Trick Room doesn't seem to be working, and it seems underwhelming so far, having done nothing in this match. Well, this match, I had no intention of using Trick Room at all because of my opponent's team was so bulky and slow. There's no way I'm gonna even just try to compete with that. I don't want to deal with that. I want to take more time to weakening those bulky threats. I don't want to take extra turns to use Trick Room and have them set up or get me Toxic or Stat or something like that. It didn't work, but my plan was not for Trick Room. That'll stay in place. I don't see why that's going to change at all. We're gonna keep keep going about that. This is for Wolfie. We have 2 questions. 1, Goku seemed quite insecure and negative this match. It also seemed like his name was not quite as fluffy. Sorry, I meant fluffy, as it used to be. Did he change shampoo or conditioner? I have to ask him that question. I don't know offhand. His shampoo regimen is his shower regimen. I'm not aware of that. But do you think the addition of a hairdresser or stylist in the team will give new confidence to the players? I'm not in the business right now. I'm changing things up. Okay. There's only been one team in the history of football to go undefeated and win everything. So you got to lose sometimes on the way there. No baseball teams. Obviously, there's a lot of games. No basketball teams, but only one football team ever. So every championship team but that one team has had losses. So after one loss, there's no way we're going to change things up. And how does it feel to play in front of your home crowd? Where's your favorite chant so far? Well, it's true. I was at home. We had a good solid feedback. With a lot of good people showing up. I wasn't really paying attention to the chants. I was just trying to game plan, but I'm sure if you ask some of the guys that are on the bench, didn't get a lot of playing time. They'll be able to tell you more. Because I told them, I said, when I got guys on the bench, I tell them, don't. This isn't because I don't believe in your ability as a Pokemon. It's more because, I always want you guys to get some rest and some repetition. I want you guys to just get a feel for the big game before we go in there, because it's a long season and we're gonna need you guys later down the road, so you've got to be as prepared as possible. So you could probably ask them if they heard some chants. I know I saw Goodra and Klotzer interacting with our cheerleaders and the fans during halftime, so I'm sure they were tuned up. They're fired up, getting our fans fired up, so they'll know. But I know they're preparing. I know they're ready to when their name gets called to get in there and put solid quality turns. So I'm hoping for that. This is from Madison Brown. Mr. Mags, your club received a pretty hard loss this week. How are you going to rethink your team strategies, and how is Klefke reacting to the newfound pressure it has gotten from the league? No strategy rethink. We're going into next week with a clear mind. We have what we want to do. We have that, and there's no way we're gonna compromise that right now. We have an idea of what we want to do, so we're just gonna keep trying it, and hopefully it works out for us in the future. But Klefke, yeah, I mean he's a professional. He'll deal with the pressure just fine. I don't see him succumbing to anything from outside. We have what we want to do. We have exactly what we want to do, and we're gonna keep that going. And he knows he's a big part of that. We're gonna keep that going the best we can. So. This one is from Tom Tessitore. I've heard rumors that Goodra is upset about not playing enough time. She was a fairly high draft pick and yet to see the field. Do you plan on using her in your upcoming battles? It's a matchup basis, and also coming off an injury. She got before the season started, so we're trying to nurse that, get that back going. We don't want her to come out of the field and have problems again, get re-injured. But no. She's happy with her role. Like I said, she was interacting with the fans, the cheerleaders, so she knows that. She's got 2 jobs right now. 1, get better for later, and 2, just try to take many mental notes as you can and have good practices. When her time comes to get back in the field, she'll get some quality turns for us, and I know she will. She's really hardworking, and I appreciate the effort that she's putting in, and it's gonna be good going forward. The last question here is from Ryan. He says, "How will your team recover from this devastating loss, considering last week's win was called cheap and gay as fuck, according to my resources?" I don't care what it's called. Win's a win's a win's a win. And that's what I wanted to call a devastating loss. Like I said, it was only a 2-0. We got beat up pretty bad, but overall, I feel like that we have the tools that are put in place, and we'll be all right. I know we'll be fine. We've got next week to focus on. We've got the San Jose Sharpedos. That's a good. Even though they don't have a win yet, they're still a quality team. Every team in this league is a quality team, so we can't underestimate anybody. Just I hope nobody underestimates us. But, I don't care about what they call the tactics. It's all about getting the W. And if you can't understand that, I mentioned before, then you probably got no business as a writer in this business in the first place, and nobody should be paying you to ask me questions. So, but that's all I got. You got things. Yeah, have a good night. Yeah. All right, goodbye.